So, throughout my time being an on and off brony, I've noticed constant top 10 bronies everywhere. However, since bronies follow that stupid love and tolerate bullshit, no one ever likes to call bronies out for their wrongdoings. I checked everywhere for a worst brony list and found nothing. So I thought I'd bark up that branch and come up with a list of what I believe is the absolute worst of the community. Now please remember what I stated before. I'm a brony, however, an on and off brony. So don't be one of those morons that just think I'm an MLP hater, or Paris bride if you will, even though I think that's stupid as well. I do hate bronies that force a show on everyone they encounter, and have to constantly brag to society about how badass they are for watching a show for little girls, which sums up at least 80% of the fanbase. Before I start this list, I just want to say there's countless and countless and countless bronies on YouTube that make horrible, disturbing, and cringeworthy vids on YouTube, but I'm not including them. Most of the time these creeps remain unknown and have one video at the very most get some attention in the community. Just like how PM Rants uses channels that everyone watches for his top 10 worst YouTubers list, and how A Dose of Buckley only uses charting songs for his yearly worst song list, I'm only using bronies that are fairly popular in the community, who a majority of the fanbase is aware of, but if you still have your opinions on who's the worst bronies on YouTube, feel free to share. Now without further ado, let's get this started. With number 10, JHauler2. The king of the top 10 brony lists. But why is he on this list after I gave him that compliment, you ask? Because he's an overrated everyday guy who got his popularity for hosting lazy live streams of him and his friends, looking up new pony videos and saying, "That's cool" to them, relying on his fans to vote for the best, and making top 10 pony video lists every month without saying any commentary or personal opinions whatsoever. And when he's not watching videos and making lists, he makes half-ass shitty video edits for references and inside jokes. Long story short, the whole community only sees JHauler as a tool. Bronies only like him for hopes that he'll promote them. What saves JHauler from being any higher than number 10 is the fact that he did find some incredibly talented bronies that were anything but noticed, and brought them off the ground. But that doesn't change the fact that he's gained too much popularity, and is even making money for simply watching pony videos and making lists with almost no effort at all. Number 9. Acoustic Brony. Let me just say that I personally think Acoustic Brony is a talented musician, and was a little boy that could. However, he completely ruined his chance. When he first came onto YouTube, he made original songs that were enjoyable, then slapped a pony image on the video claiming that it's a theme song for one of the main 6, even though nothing in the songs were any way relevant to any of them. I think he would have been a lot better if he just published these songs without making them pony themes, and just a picture of himself, video text, or anything really that wasn't based off of a show. Thanks to this small mistake, his music career will never go past the bronies, because no one wants to hire someone who makes their content based on already existing content. And that's too bad. Number 8. JaxBlade07.
I watched that!
I'm gonna be called a racist for this, but whatever. The reason why I put JaxBlade on this list is because I honestly don't think he's a brony because he likes the show. I think he became a brony because he got dollar signs in his eyes when he saw brony morons stopping at nothing to claim that being a brony is manly. So JaxBlade, being a husky manly man, thought that being a brony while having muscles will get him a lot of attention, thus making him the definition of a posing brony. Number 7. Little Shy FIM.
Everywhere except for right in front of themselves for the person which they're so loudly shouting the name of. I really can't imagine what the background artist intended this to be.
There was a time when Little Shy made somewhat decent pony IRL videos, and during that period, he was just your average Joe. Until he got the idea to make a pony version of a Cinema Sins inspired video. Then, Everything Wrong with Friendship is Magic Part 1 was born. It got more feedback than any of his other videos. And what does this fuck do? Continue doing only Cinema Sin inspired videos, and setting the rest of his YouTube career as making pony videos with ideas completely stolen from another media producer, making you look like a washed up hack. It's okay to make 1, 2, or even 3 pony versions of something you enjoy, not 20 plus. Time to find more video ideas, Little Shy. before CinemaSins releases everything wrong with Little Shy FIM in 1 hour or less. Number 6.
Hey
Brony
guys, it's
comms.
Shadro,
And Verdra.
and we have another really annoying and sad update. So we've been hit by more content ID strikes on a multitude of different commentary videos.
When I first saw their channel, I thought they were fairly decent YTPMVers, but I was wrong. It ended up being 2 losers who recorded themselves watching MLP episodes after school. How did people find these videos entertaining? Oh, that's right, it's MLP related and bronies fucking love everything that is. Their quality's shitty, their commentary is boring, and whenever they try to engage themselves in conversation, it's just pony jokes saying, oh, what the fuck, oh, wow, and other shit that doesn't relate to what's happening in the episodes whatsoever. I don't know about you, but I personally rather watch these episodes by myself and with friends instead of watching people watching the episodes. If the point of these quote-unquote commentaries was just having fun with each other, just watch them. No one needs to know what you're saying as you watch the episodes. Number 5. Brony vids. This channel is the perfect example of bronies who thinks there needs to be a pony version of literally every single thing on this planet.
Bronies are also known to replicate all forms of media and put ponies in it, giving them a sense of originality, just like comedy greats Dane Cook and Carlos Mencia. And me.
These bronies are the bronies that I hate. He steals ideas from other existing videos to simply make a pony version, and sometimes they get more notice than the original, simply because it has ponies, despite how shitty they are. The pony version of a how-to basic video irks me the most, simply because it was a pathetic attempt at copying them, and you can tell that he was too scared to make a huge mess in his kitchen because he knew most bronies are morons and will like it anyway. Good job, brony vids. Number 4. Brony Dance Party. This fucker to me is the YouTube celebrity that puts little effort into their content of the brony community. Remember the pony creator everyone went wild for in 2011? Yeah, Brony Dance Party's first PMVs used the ponies he made in the game as templates to animate, instead of making his own designs in Flash. I know he put that in the description, but you know that no one reads them. He makes his own designs now, but that still doesn't change the fact that he pretty much cheated to get extremely popular in the brony community. You know what they say, procrastination is like masturbation. You enjoy it for a while, but at the end, you're only fucking yourself. Number 3. Yaplap. Oh, Solrak. I remember when we were friends on Newgrounds. You made enjoyable films and music, and was a great voice actor for Flash movies. Then, you decided to scream the MLP opening. It got huge, and you were the new one-hit wonder. But that gave you the idea to spend the rest of your internet career doing nothing else but scream every single MLP song ever. The first and even second time is hilarious, but when you keep doing it, it gets old. Can someone please give me a valid fucking reason why anyone would find a kid constantly screaming his lungs out to MLP songs entertaining? And to make matters worse, you start giving cardboard pony cutouts, as if you're the only person who's capable of doing it. It's not that hard. I don't hate you as a person, Solrak. In fact, I would still love to talk to you. But the path you are going in is really terrible and can sooner or later be dangerous. Next thing you know, you're gonna have a smoker's voice by your 30s. Number 2. 2007 Excalibur 2007.
Sorry that I haven't been making any My Little Portraits videos lately.
Another example of stealing a lot of thunder by making videos with almost no effort at all. Let's list what's wrong with Excalibur, shall we? His TF2 sentencing is half-baked. He steals video ideas from other bronies, whether it's from Tumblr or existing videos. He tries way too hard to incorporate everything MLP related he finds to old washed up MLP inside jokes and current trends, forces himself to make as many blank reacts to and blank in a nutshell videos as possible, and mainly takes the laziest route possible to get a shitload of views and subscribers. All in all, Excalibur does not deserve the popularity he is in any way. He constantly steals the spotlight away from the bronies that are actually talented, and when he finds out some brony is getting more notice than he is, he has to rip their video off and make his own version of it, inspiring talentless loser bronies to respond and give birth to a lot of horrible fads. I also want to say that I was one of the victims of this cause. Think hard, Excalibur. Remember the first ever Brony Omegle video? If yes, remember when that got your idea to make your own Omegle video? Guess what? I made the original. This happened on one of my older accounts 2 years ago, and I remember being super pissed when I saw him thumbs up my vid, make his own Omegle Brony vid, gave me no credit at all, and got a shitload of more views than I did. Thanks, you fucking asshole. Yeah, Excalibur deserves to be here. Also, I really love your Tumblr post about me. Makes me glad I ruined your day. And finally, the worst Brony YouTuber, Jack T. Herbert.
This is cozy.
Jesus Christ, why? This fucker is so bad, I can't even bear talking about him. This prick makes Brony comms look like a professional radio show. Why do people like watching a guy say what the fuck and make funny faces to any popular pony video he finds? Just watch the original video. This guy's not entertaining, and this is by far the most effortless pieces of shit I've ever watched in this whole fucking community. I really don't think I need to say anything else, so I'll just play a small portion of one of his videos.
The real
boy.
reason I came here is to tell you that Brad and I broke up.
Oh. Okay.
No!
Things just didn't work out between us.
No. Is it... what? Nicolas Cage? What?
Give me that cake.
Oh, give me the cake. Nope. He's gonna walk off. Oh my...
Oh my god.
Did you rip your eyeballs out yet? Because mine are in the trash can. Thanks for inspiring a bunch of talentless losers to make their own reaction videos to any pony video they find. And that's the top 10 worst bronies on YouTube in my opinion. Honorable mentions go to PokeHidden for making all the bronies think geothermal came from your shitty game, Rabiesbun X86 for introducing the pony dub joke and having a generation of new pony YTP and Vs who look up to you think it was actually a thing and names all their new YTP and Vs pony dubs. I teach Vader for being the biggest asshole in the community by yelling and blocking everyone who doesn't comment something positive towards his work. Saberspark for implying that criticism is hating and trolling and made a video about it. If you don't like it, why not just ignore it? Tiara Y for making animated erotic teasers to drag every clopper to your videos. And every female brony voice actor for using your cute voices as secret weapons to drag in all the bronies to your page. Well, have a good day everyone.